All right, here is the Infiniti G20. It's a 2001. Give you some quick walk around of the vehicle. Overall, it is in pretty good shape from a outside standpoint. Let me go ahead and open up the hood. I will show you a few things going on under it. Oh, by the way, it comes with 2 sets of these, and obviously we've got remote unlock. Let me open up that hood. All right. So here is what you're gonna get under the hood. 1 second. All right, so a couple things to note. Got a little bit of dirt gunk coming out of there, out of the engine. It's pretty normal for these. Could maybe use some new seals, I'm not really sure. Drives just fine. Does burn a little bit of oil. Not really a problem, except for sometimes you can't smell it. But when you change your oil every 3,000 miles, you will not see a decrease in, a significant decrease in the oil. This battery is actually almost brand new. It looks old because some of the acid from the old battery actually got on it, and so that's why it kind of looks nasty. The battery itself is pretty much brand new. It has very few miles on it. This piece right here, kind of corroded. Full disclosure, might want to get a new one of those eventually, but it does what it needs to do, sends power through the vehicle. Everything else looks good. Obviously some of that battery acid, from the old battery that was pretty bad, kind of got in some places, but hasn't caused any actual damage to anything. So that's about it under the hood. Now I guess I can just go ahead and show you inside the car and start it up. As you can see, condition is pretty darn good in here. No tears in the leather on any of the seats. Try not to do the camera too much. Obviously it's a 5-speed stock Bose system. No upgrades there. Go ahead and start up the vehicle so you can see what's going on here. Vehicle starts right up. Got a new starter in, I think, August of 2017. And she hums just fine. Idling right under 1,000 RPM where it's supposed to. Sometimes it idles higher if the engine's cold, and then it warms up and it's fine. Trying to think of anything else in here that would be of note. Sunroof opens just fine, no leaks whatsoever. All of the windows work from every switch. Oops, that's the wrong one. Got automatic driver's side window, and then everything else is just regular auto. I'll show you the back seat now. Let's see here. Here's the back seat. Comes with a free cabin air filter that I've never been able to put in, never got around to it, but obviously that will come with it. Probably needs to be changed, hasn't been changed in a while, but here is the back seat. Everything looks good. Go ahead and show you the trunk. Trunk release is right here. Come around here. Oh, also the antenna works fine. It retracts, no problem at all when you shut the car off. Here is the trunk. No leaks or anything back here. You've got your all that stuff in here, and then under here you do have your donut. Alright, so full disclosure, well, the tires are almost brand new. I don't know, they've got, well, maybe not almost brand new, they're a little over a year old, probably about 6,000 miles on them. Rotors are new and brakes are new. However, a couple things with the brakes, I have noticed they're making a clicking sound in the back. They don't affect performance at all, but I can hear something back here when I'm driving. Just basically a click for every time the wheel spins. It only happens when you're going slow. You don't notice it at all when you're driving normally, but if you turn off the radio and you listen for it, you can kind of hear it. Also, could probably use new shocks eventually. Shocks are definitely old. Those will need to be replaced at some point. let's see here. I mentioned the brakes, the shocks. Oh, there is a little bit of, I have noticed a slight bit of noise. Again, up here the brakes and rotors are new, but I have noticed a little bit of brake noise up here when you're driving and you hit the brakes and you're coming to a stop and you're going really slow. You can barely notice it, but it is there. I want to be as full disclosure, like I said, as possible. Let's see here. Show you some more of the car. Here's the engine while it's running. All the belts are new. It's got a timing chain, so that doesn't need to be replaced. Everything in there works as it should, as far as I know. Here is the other side of the vehicle. No tint, or I think that's a slight tint, but it's no aftermarket tint on it. There's definitely, you know, your standard dings and all that kind of thing that you can expect for a 17-year-old car. Front bumper, got a little bit of a ding right there. That could probably be rubbed out if you tried. Also the bottom of the front bumper, this car is pretty low. So it's been through years of getting ding and whatnot like that. Overall, could probably use a tune-up on the engine. To be honest, I'm not sure what it all needs, but it's a 17-year-old car, probably due for a 150,000 mile tune-up. If you're good with cars, probably stuff that you can do in your garage. But either way, I'm selling it for a lot less than I would if everything on it was tuned up and everything was good to go. So other than that, that's about all I got. Hope this helps.